Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my self-study and self-reflection. So, in my self-study, I study 5 parts. There are vocabulary, listening, speaking, reading, and grammar. Let's get started. Part 1, vocabulary. I study in the keywords for fluency books. I study the word that used with verb or in common expression. For example, the word house that used with verb such as build a house, renovate a house, break into a house. Break into a house. This first verb is really interesting because I never heard before. That means you do something in other house and they don't allow it. That sounds like stealing. For example sentence, somebody broke into our house last night and stole my television. So, in common expressions such as live in a house. For example sentence, I live in a house alone. So, I study all of this by computing the correct form and matching verbs in common expressions. Let's move into the second part in speaking. I practicing with the everyday dialogue books. I practicing speaking by role play with myself in many situations, such as grocery shopping, at a restaurant, asking for direction, etc. For example, role play in asking for direction. A. Excuse me, can you tell me to get the post office? B. Sure. You go straight on the street for 3 blocks and then you turn right. The post office is the left of you. B. Thank you very much. That's all I study in my speaking. Next, my third part is reading. I read 2 books and several stories. So I will use the most story that I like. It's about puppy love. This story is about a dog that's away disappear at night and come back in the morning. So the owner is curious and wondering. The next day he follow his dog and then he know the dog is coming back to his girlfriend. The dog is really love owners and they want to stay with both of them. Then it divided time for the who it loves. That's why I like this story. I love the dogs and it can reflection because even you busy, you should have time for the who you love. So I read all of this by answering comprehension questions. That's all about my reading. Next to fourth part, in my listening, I listen more step by step. Student 1 books, I listening and practicing by answering the comprehension questions. So I will shoot the listening that I like the most is about animals long ago. Talking about dinosaurs. Scientists say dinosaur is died out about 65 million years ago, but they're not exactly sure what happened. That's all about my listening. The last one is grammar. I learn in 4 sections, such as be and have, present tense, talking about the future, and past tense. I will shoot 1 section is talking about the future. There are 3 common ways to talking about the future in English that uses going to, present progressive, and will. I will choose explain will. We use will with infinitive to predict, to say the thing that you think, guess, or the future that you know. For example sentence, I think it will snow tomorrow. That's all I learned in grammar. I learned by making sentence and completing sentence. That's all about my self-study. In my self-reflection, I think self-study is good use of my time, but sometimes I don't have time to do it. If I go home, I can't do it at my home because my home is very busy. It's not place to do self-study. Otherwise, it can help me to improve my English, and it make me have goal every day. So it can develop all of my skills, and it make me more disciplined to do something. I can speak clearly, read faster, know more vocabulary, listening by understand more the second year. Then I want to suggest new student about time. You should planning what you must do in every day. Plus you check it and it can complete your goal. The last thing that I want to tell you is English is skill. You should practice every day. I have some quote from Mahatma Gandhi. He told, the future is dependent on what we do in the present. Thank you very much for watching.